I am from Sri Lanka. After my studies in university in 1972, I left Sri Lanka. Actually, I wanted to go to Europe. It's an adventurous trip. As a young man, I always wanted to go abroad, and especially Europe. And I wanted to go there and learn something and come back to Sri Lanka with some interest, so that we can do some activity in Sri Lanka. Usually, people go to Europe and come back. And so I also wanted to go there, and I went to Europe, and first I was in Munich. When I was in Munich, I saw some Hare Krishna devotees in the university. There were 5 or 6 devotees with shaved head. They were in white dress. They were singing and dancing. I was wondering who they were, but I had no clear understanding. I only thought they are from India. Then I was in Hamburg. In the Hamburg, there's a university called Darmstadt University, and I was doing my German lessons there, because to do my studies I need to learn German language. I had some knowledge of German language, but I was learning there also. At the time only, I saw the Hare Krishna devotees coming and giving classes and chanting and distributing literature. So I was wondering who these people are, and one day they invited me to come to their. They gave me a card and asked me to come there. It was at Hamburg. Then I went there, and they gave me prasadam, and because at the time it was like a vacation, so I thought I will stay there. And they requested me to stay there and do something. So I stayed there, and like that I got friendly with them. And they asked me whether they would like me to come with them on traveling. So I usually, as a young man, I like traveling. So with them I travel to certain places in Hamburg and around, distributing books. That's how I got involved with them. And after doing some distribution and learning something, I thought I am from India or Sri Lanka actually. Then I should know better than them. So the German people will not know proper understanding about Indian culture, I thought. Then whenever I asked any question, they gave good answer. They had a good idea about that time Rama, Krishna, and certain things I will speak to them, like why are they worshipping statues, for example. They said God is all powerful. He can change matter into spirit into matter, and if God wants, He can be present in the statue also. That He is all powerful, they said. So that answer gave me some understanding that about God's omnipotence and His power. Same way, I was asking some questions, like they tried to ask me, who am I, who are you, and then they tried to explain me that I am not this body, I am spirit soul. So these things, even though I was aware before, but these discussions gave me some understanding that these people know really some philosophy. So I wanted to be with them until I learned something, and till I find out that that's all they know, and I thought of leaving. I wanted to be with them for some time. Like that I was staying with them for some time. Then every question what I asked, they give good answer. So that was satisfying me. Then after that, I moved to Schloss Ettersoff in Frankfurt, Königstein, where Hansaruddha Prabhu, he got a big castle, and I was there doing, and we started cleaning and working with that, and we did some service, and it was clean. And by the time Srila Prabhupada wanted to come to Schloss Ettersoff, we are all very happy that he is coming. So there were more than at least 100 devotees or a little more. So we were all eagerly working hard for his coming. And I also worked hard. Day and night we had to do a lot of work to clean the place and arrange the place, and whatever we could do, we did. And then Srila Prabhupada came. We went to the airport to receive him, and we sat at the airport, and he came there and sat down and looked around. I was feeling that he was looking at me very carefully because I am the only colored person. All the others are Germans. And uh, then he was at the show set also, and we were there, and he was very careful. He will not come out with everybody, except for a couple of times. I also went with the morning walk with him. He takes everybody morning walk. He answers questions, but I was not a very forward person. I was humbly like going with him and listening to whatever he says, and the certain things he was telling, like everything. He has a very good way of expressing, I thought, because while he was walking, he looked at the tree, and on the tree there are fruits, and the birds are eating. And he said, see, the God's creation, there's a fruit is there, bird is there. God has created this fruit for the bird so that the birds can eat a portion of it, and then it is satisfied with that food. So God has created in such a way that every living being is provided with the necessities like food and everything like that. So I was also listening, and then whenever there was prasadam time, I was serving prasadam. He passed that way and he saw me, and he spoke something in Hindi to me. So I told him that I am a Sri Lankan, I don't speak Hindi. Then you are from Sri Lanka. Oh, very good. Then one day you must go to Sri Lanka and preach, he said. But I was a very new person. I had no idea about anything. But when he said like that, I was clueless because I am a new person. What I can do, I thought. And at that time he gave initiation for many devotees, about 20 members. So I also got initiation. Then I got the name Mahakarta Das. I was initiated, and I was very happy that time. Then after that, I went to. There was some problem in Sri, so some devotees had to leave because of some certain restrictions. So I went to London to be there for some time. In London in 1976, and Srila Prabhupada came there also. That I was at Berry Place that time, and when he came, I also saw him. I got the second initiation from him, but that time also he was very fast. His movements were very fast. He came quickly and went away. And after that, with Hansaruddha Prabhu, I came to Vrindavan. That was in 1976. When I came there, it was it's a traveling party, bus party. So from Germany, we came by buses to India, and in Vrindavan, we were there for the opening ceremony, and I was also there. And that time, I was asked to come and do some service to Srila Prabhupada. The main thing is, under the inside that temple, inside the Krishna Balaram Mandir, there is a tree there. Underneath, they had a asana. Srila Prabhupada will come and sit there and give classes or talks. So I was asked to do that arrangement daily. Few days I did arrangement. Also, I was very happy to arrange that and sit next to him, in front of him, and look at him and listen to him. And but he was speaking not in English that time, because the crowd was Hindi speaking also. And then I did Guru Puja to him. So he was in Vrindavan Krishna Balaram Mandir. So somehow by Krishna's arrangement, they gave me the opportunity to do Guru Puja to him. So I did 2 days, and whenever I did this Guru Puja, he looked at me and he appreciated with a shake of shaking his head. And I was new. I was always afraid in the sense we were young people. So anyhow, we were very fortunate, I thought, and we were doing all that. So like that, this much of association I had with Srila Prabhupada, and whenever he gave classes in London also, I was sitting and listening to him carefully. And most of the classes, when I sat, I was very happy because very loud and very commanding way he was talking and authoritatively. So the way he was talking impressed me very much, that he is like an authority. So whatever we listen from him, there was no need to uh, check check him, because he was like authority. Authority was talking. Another time I was very happy about him was when we were in when I was Bhaktivedanta Manam. He was looking around, walking around the Manam, and one devotee was cutting firewood. I was there, and while walking, he looked at him and said, "Ah, thank you very much," he said. So the appreciation he did for a devotee was cutting firewood impressed me also. That means he is very appreciative. He is looking at everybody, and he is caring for everybody. I was feeling like that, and this is how I got associated with him. And after that, uh, I went to Sri Lanka to open a center. When I was in Vrindavan, Hansaduta Prabhu was there, and he organized this group. And Srila Prabhupada's permission, he organized us to go to, four of us went to Sri Lanka to open a center. I was not learned at that time, but we know we can distribute books, collect funds. Then we took some magazines, and uh, there were no local language books, only the English magazines we took, and we went there and tried to do some service there too. So fortunately, one known person for me, because I had come from Europe with some white devotees and doing some preaching work. So that gentleman offered us his house to be used as a center. In Colombo, we had a house, and we started doing service to please Srila Prabhupada, because once he told us to we must start something in Sri Lanka and preach in Sri Lanka, and so I got the opportunity to start, and I am there since then. Now it is more than 40 years. I am in Sri Lanka now. We are constructing a temple uh, there for ISKCON. We have deities, Radha Rajagopal deities there, and we are constructing the temple there now. And we are hoping to please Srila Prabhupada by this service. And when the temple is open, we will be very happy that I was able to do some service for Srila Prabhupada, and it's pleasure. Thank you very much.